This is how you do the full Black Ops 3 Shangri-La Easter egg. Now, I'm doing it solo. If you're going to do it solo, you need to be on PC and have the Steam mods. So if you don't have that, go get that, come back. But I'm also going to show you how to do it with 4 players or whatever else you want. You need 4 to do the Easter egg, but if you had the mod, you can do it with like 1 through 3 or 1 through 4, whatever you want. Gobble gums I recommend. If you have Megas, Immolation Liquidation, Shopping Free, Perkaholic, Raindrops, and Extra Credit. First thing you're going to do is just get on the map, open up the whole thing, turn the power on, and hit the mystery box for the shrink gun or the whatever the heck that gun is called. If you don't got a Perkaholic, the 4 perks I recommend is Jug, Quick Revive, Widow's Wine, and Speed Cola. Now, once you've done that, come to spawn, hold X on one of these stones, it'll go into the wall and turn it into Eclipse mode. Now, if you're on solo, you just have to press 1. If you're in 4-player, there's 4 right around this area. All 4 of you need to hold it in. Then come down to this area and there's another stone on the wall. Push it in. You're going to hear a bunch of dialogue. And it's going to spawn 12 tiles on the ground. There's 12 right next to the button you pressed. There's 12 on the other side by the bridge. Now, if you're in 4-player, this is what you have to do. 1 player or 2 players have to go to the other side and stand on one of the stones, and a symbol's going to spawn on the ground on that stone. The other person then needs to be on the other side, or the other 2, stepping on stones to match the symbols. Now, if you're both on a stone and it's not the same symbol, it'll reset. So you need 1 to go on it and say, I found the moon symbol. If it's like the moon symbol, have them step off of it and then have the other side keep stepping on until they find the moon one, and then be like, okay, I'm on it. And then that other player on the other side by the bridge will step on it, and you'll match those and it'll go down. So you have to get 6 matches. Do that with all of them if you're in 4-player. If you're in solo, it makes it super easy. You can just step on the tiles. So where you press the button in, only on this side, just run across all 12 of the tiles until they all match and go on the ground, and then you're good. Once you've stepped on the last tile, you'll hear a ding, and this ball's gonna shoot up kind of out of the bricks here. After you've done this, it'll go back to regular daylight. You now need to go and press one of the stones in the wall again. After you do that, in solo, all you gotta do is go to the bridge side, ride down the water slide, and hit the grate, and you'll hear a ding, and you've done that step solo. If on 4, you need 3 players on the grate and have 1 guy slide down so all 4 of you are on the grate as he hits the grate. You now need, again, have it go back into regular sunlight and then go into eclipse mode again. Come over to the bridge side and you're going to see little balls sitting here in the air. Shoot this ball with your, I believe you need a ray gun or a ray gun Mark II. It'll fall down. If you have a bullet weapon, try it with that. If it falls down, shoot it with the baby gun and then ride down the water slide with it, and it's going to go into the geyser. Stand on the geyser. It'll shoot up. You've done this part. The ball's going to drop down in its little hanger thingy on the bricks. Now, the next thing you need to do is wait for one of the fire zombies to spawn and then go into eclipse mode. Lead that zombie over here to this side of the map, go in the tunnel, and turn this valve 4 times. Now, without killing the fire zombie, lead him through the tunnel, which will light the first gas pipe on fire. Lead him over by the geyser, which will light the second gas line on fire, and then lead him into the doorway that leads into the Pack-a-Punch room, and he'll light the last 2 on fire. Once you've done that, run back to the valve, flip the switch next to it, and you've done this portion. You're now going to go into eclipse mode again, and you're going to come into this tunnel by where the waterfall is, and you're going to see 4 holes. Now, what you need to do is buy trip mines, and I believe you can buy those in the bottom area. I don't know. I'm going to show it on screen here, but what you have to do, throw the trip mine on the ground in front of the holes and lead zombies through. And when it goes up and the trip mine blows up, you'll hear your character say like, oh, we filled part of the hole or something. Just keep doing that in front of all 4 of the holes along this same wall until you hear a ding and it ends. After you've filled up all the holes and your character says a quote about filling them all, go over to this rock by the waterfall and it'll say don't hold X or whatever console you're on. hold X on that thing. After this, you're now going to go into Eclipse again, and now those same 12 tiles you stepped on earlier are going to spawn again, except that they're going to be on the wall. So in solo, there's going to be 5 in the spawn room, so just run around, knife it, it'll turn blue. So find the 5 in spawn. They're not hard to find. They're like giant slabs of cement. There's 2 on the bridge side. There's 2 on the minecart side, and then the last 3 are gonna be down in the power area. Just run around, look at the walls for the giant slabs. After you've done this, come over to this little teepee thing by the minecart and throw a grenade and blow it up. And any of these steps done in Eclipse mode, if Eclipse mode ends in the middle of you doing these things, you have to restart the entire step. After you've done this during the daytime, right by the minecart, there's a radio here. Hold X on it. The guys are gonna talk and they're gonna say a code at the end of the message. You need to memorize this code, but I believe it's the same for every game. The code is 43161, or the opposite, 11634 or something like that. Now after this, you get the code, go and hit Eclipse mode. Now you might want to save like 1 zombie for this part. But hit Eclipse mode and go into this muddy area. And from the left to the right, there's sort of, it's not like Roman numeral numbers. It's kind of like weird numbers. They're kind of easy to tell though. But the code you got, the code I said, place those in. So the first one you're going to change to 4. Change the next one across from that to 3. Change the one then on this corner to 16. And then change the one on this corner to 1. And you'll hear like a ding and your character might say, I think the code worked, or some crap like that. It'll bring you to daytime. Go enter Eclipse again. And now there's 8 bell things, like giant bells around the map. 4 bad, 4 good. When you knife it, your character will say, that sounds bad if it's a bad one. And you can hear it. It sounds different than the good ones. If it's a good one, he might say a quote, but you'll be able to hear it as well. There's one in the spawn area. There's one right next to the mud we were just in. There's one over next to the bridge. There's one on the other side, kind of by the minecart where we push the button into the wall. There's another one right next to that one. And then if you run up, there's also another one right next to the minecart. What you have to do is knife all 4 of the good ones in a row. You can't have any of the bad ones in between. And once you do that, they'll have a quote. And all the orbs above the brick walls are going to be like glowing. Now what you're going to do, and I recommend saving a zombie and leading him away, but you're going to go and shoot this ball with your baby gun, and a stick of dynamite is going to fall. You have to catch it while it's falling in the air. You then need to shoot this other orb with your baby gun, and all 3 of them are going to like make a weird wave thingy or lines and smash into the rock at the top of the pack-a-punch. You then need to have the pack-a-punch open, so look at where your last tile is to open the stairs up. You then need to run up the stairs and the pack won't be there. It's just going to be a wall. And the people behind it are going to have some dialogue, so make sure you don't die. But after they say a couple things, you can hand the dynamite in. They're going to blow up the wall. I believe it'll make you go down before they blow it up. But they'll blow it up. You can go up, grab the stone. It'll give you all the perks, and you've done the Easter egg. If it turns into daytime in this last step, you can come back in. I believe you won't have to get the dynamite again. You might. If you click like your left start button, you'll see if you have it or not still. But yeah, then just do that and you've done the whole Easter egg. Congratulations.